believed in partnership. He didn't know anything about abuse, but he believed in partnership. And so he didn't know anything about abuse, but he believed in partnership. And so he looked at it. Because then wanted to keep their service staying as it was. There were numbers of people who thought it might be very risky staying as it was. There were numbers of people who thought it might be very risky. They were interested, but were concerned about the risks. And so we spent a lot of time bringing out all those concerns, understanding the risks that people felt in changing their service, and gradually people began to look at the possibilities, what you can do, what I can do, how we might work together. But the point at which we became partnership was when everyone around the table talked about what could we do. And then we had an authoritative level in our communities who were up for change together. And at that point, things just ran. And what we did was we went back to the people who are passionate for change on the ground, the teachers, the police, the current housing, the health visitors, and we asked those who are passionate whether they'd like to become leads for domestic abuse in their business. And then
Creswell, I'm actually an artist who works with scientists, and I love doing collaborations. So I'm doing collaborations. So I'm not going to talk too much because about 8 years ago, I started making films with scientists. And with a zoologist, and they're all about the passion for science, and the feeling for it. So I'm showing 3 films, and
right from my childhood, my parents believed in me and going against the cultural norms. They sent me to convent while dropping out my brothers to be sent to state school. I remember when I was about 8 or 7. And that was very cool really to academy whether it was such a full movie. And it wasn't just like a kind of okay, it was there. You have to put all the different lenses and factors and things in the right place for it to work. But then when it did work, you could see like individual creators of the moon, which is so cool because it's like you see this moon, it's just a kind of like white blob, but actually you can see with your own eyes like the craters in the mountain, it looks like white merchant earth. Yeah, so I remember thinking a lot of what I do, you have to optics is going right, and keep building your equipment. And so it's that same kind of thing, it's like putting the lens in the right place, and moving it around so everything can focus. So yeah, things that you don't think you can see.
So just to come back onto what Romy was talking about, working in collaboration again. Cloudy, our daughter, has went to work with data science, and she's now working with a big group. And there's something about working in science that made her want to act with a group in collaboration. So now we have the third film, which is an older person, and she is from University of Cambridge, and yeah.
That's the second film.
The next one.
The main question that I would like to answer is what dark matter is. I think that will really change our vision of particle physics and where we're going in the future. I think at the moment we've had a hiatus in the sense we've discovered the Higgs boson. We've had highly successful Large Hadron Collider